Canada versus U.S. tariffs. Aluminum industry faces a stress test. In a rapidly shifting global trade landscape, the aluminum dispute between Canada and the United States highlights a growing trend of economic nationalism. The recent suggestion by a Canadian trade group that Ottawa should financially back domestic aluminum producers if U.S. tariffs remain at 50% reflects a broader geopolitical tension, one where trade is increasingly weaponized for domestic political gains. The United States, under former President Donald Trump's protectionist America First doctrine, had previously imposed tariffs on imported aluminum to protect domestic industries. The reintroduction or continuation of such tariffs in 2025 signals a reversion to this policy, one that may once again disrupt North American trade unity. A 50% tariff is not just an economic barrier, it's a political message that the U.S. is willing to act unilaterally, even at the expense of long-standing trade partners like Canada. For Canada, this situation poses a significant challenge. Aluminum is one of the country's key exports, and the U.S. is its largest market. If Canadian aluminum becomes 50% more expensive due to tariffs, its competitiveness is immediately threatened. Producers may be forced to cut back operations, lay off workers, or shift focus to other markets, all of which could hurt the Canadian economy, particularly in Quebec, where most aluminum smelters are located. In response, Canadian trade groups are urging the federal government to consider direct financial support. Such backing could include subsidies, tax breaks, or preferential loans to help offset the damage from U.S. tariffs. While such moves would stabilize the industry in the short term, they may escalate trade tensions in the long run and could even invite further retaliatory measures from Washington. This dispute also raises questions about the future of the USMCA. The updated NAFTA agreement, one of its core promises was tariff-free trade among member countries. If the U.S. continues to impose unilateral tariffs, the credibility of the agreement weakens, and confidence in North American trade cooperation diminishes. Furthermore, this case underlines a crucial reality in global trade. Economic decisions are rarely isolated from politics. Tariffs, subsidies, and trade deals are now tools in a larger game of international influence and domestic appeasement. Trump's tariff strategy, though controversial, appeals to segments of the American working class who feel left behind by globalization, but it also risks alienating allies and creating uncertainty in cross-border commerce. Canada's potential financial backing of aluminum producers is a defensive move, a signal that it won't allow vital industries to collapse due to foreign policy shifts in Washington. It also demonstrates a willingness to support its own, even in the face of aggressive external pressures.